In this lecture, basically, I'm going to discuss some more numerical example based on periodic signal. In previous lecture, I have discussed the condition when the sum of two or more than two periodic signal will be periodic. Uh, for example, if x1t, x2t, and x3t are three periodic signals with fundamental period of t1, t2, and t3, then what will be the condition under which sum of these three periodic signal will be periodic? Sum of these three periodic signal will be periodic, or you can say when the sum of when the resultant signal xt will be periodic. What is condition for it? In previous lecture, I have discussed about this concept, and I have shown that the sum of these three periodic signal will be periodic if the ratio of their fundamental time period t1 by t2 and t1 by t3, if both of these ratios are rational, if both of these ratios are rational, then only you can say then only you can say uh, the resultant signal xt will be periodic. So this is the condition. Sum of two or more than two signals uh, will be periodic only when their ratio, their time period will be a rational number. So first you have to check whether this ratio is rational or not. If both the ratio are rational, then obviously the resultant signal will be periodic. And the other concept which I have discussed in previous lecture, that if xt is periodic, then what will be its fundamental period? Fundamental period will be the LCM of their individual time periods. So based on this concept, numericals examples have been asked in various competitive examination and also in your mid or end term examination. So must go through this concept which I have discussed in previous lecture, and based on this concept today I am going to discuss some numerical example. For example, let us consider uh, three signal x1, x2 and x3t which are the periodic signal, and their fundamental period is 2 second, 4 second and 6 second. There are three signals. There are three signals uh, which is given in the problem, and fundamental period of these three signals are given in the problem: 2 second, 4 second and 6 second. And now the question is, if you will add these three signal, if you will add these three signal, if you will add these three signal, then whether the resultant signal xt will be periodic or not. So first you have to check if the ratio of their individual time period will be a rational number, means if t1 by t3, t2 and t1 by t3 will be rational number, then only you can say the resultant signal will be periodic. Here t1 is 2 second and t2 is 4 second, and 2 is integer, 4 is integer, so this ratio is rational. This ratio is rational because ratio of integer will be rational. Similarly, t1 is 2 second and t3 is 6 second, so this will be 2 by 6. This is also rational. This is also rational. So in this case, you can see the ratio of their individual time period is a rational number. So you can say this sum will be a periodic signal. Now the second question is, if xt is periodic, which you are seeing here, because the ratio is rational, so it is a periodic signal. So the next question is, if it is periodic, then what will be the fundamental time period of this signal xt? Fundamental time period of this signal xt. So how you will get fundamental time period? Just you have to take LCM of 2, 4 and 6. 2, 4 and 6. And what will be the LCM of 2, 4, 6? It will be 12 seconds. So the fundamental time period of the resultant signal will be 12 seconds. So this problem is solved here and the answer is 12 seconds. And this PDF file is already uploaded on LMS in the name of tutorial 1. So you can go through that PDF note. You can download that PDF note from LMS where this problem is solved. Now let us consider second example based on the same concept. Whether the sum of two periodic signal will be periodic or not. Based on the same concept, just other type of problem which may be asked in the competitive examination. The problem is here there are three signal x1, x2 and x3t, and all of these three signals are periodic signals, and its fundamental period is T1 is given, T2 is given, and T3 is given in the problem. You can see here T1 is given 1.08 second, T1 is 1.08 second, T2 is 3.6 second, and T3 is 2.025 second. T3 is 2.025 second. And this is fundamental time period for signal x1t, which is periodic. Second signal x2t is also periodic with fundamental period of 3.6 second, and third signal x3t is also periodic with fundamental period of 2.025 second. Now the question is whether some of these three periodic signal will be periodic or not. Whether some of these three signal will be periodic or not. Now the same concept you will used here. The sum will be periodic if their ratio of their individual time period will be a rational number. Means if T1 by T2 and T1 by T3 both are rational number, then obviously the sum will be the resultant signal xt will be periodic. Here you can write in place of T1 you can write 1.08, and in place of T2 you can write 3.6. In place of you can write 1.08. In place of T3 you can write 2.0. And just you have to solve this ratio. You can write it 108 by 100. You can remove this decimal point with 1, and there are 2 digits, so 0, 0. So 1.08 can be written as 108 by 100. Similarly, 3.6 can be written as 36, or 10 will be in numerator. So this will be 1080 divided by 3600, and both are the integer, so this ratio is rational number. So just you have to solve the ratio. Similarly, in this case you can write 1.08 as 108 by 100, and 2.05 you can write 20, 25, and in numerator there will be 1000. So again you can see here numerator and denominator both are rational number, both are integer, so this ratio will be rational. So just you have to solve the ratio, and if the ratio is rational, then you can say the resultant signal will be periodic. So in this case you can see here the resultant signal xt is periodic because the ratio which are obtained with their fundamental time period are rational number. So obviously this signal is periodic signal. So I have solved the problem. Just you have to calculate this ratio. After solving the ratio, you will get 3 by 10 here and 8 by 15 here, and both are the rational because this is the ratio of integer. So you can say the resultant signal xt is periodic because the ratio which are obtained with their fundamental time period is rational number. Now the next task is, if it is periodic, if this sum is periodic, then what will be its fundamental time period? So for fundamental time period, I have already discussed the fundamental time period will be the LCM of these three fundamental time period. So you have to take LCM of these three. Here T1 is 1.08 and T2 is 3.6 and T3 is 2.05. Just you have to solve this. You can write this as 108 by 100. Then you can cancel the common term. You will get 27 by 25. Similarly, here you will get 18 by 5 and here you will get 81 by 40. Now, how you will determine the LCM of fraction? You can easily determine LCM of 246. It is easy to determine LCM of integer. But how will you determine LCM of fraction? So there is a technique to determine LCM of fraction. LCM of fraction will be always LCM of the numerator of all the term existing here and divided by HCF of denominator. So this is the technique to calculate LCM of the fraction. So LCM of these three value will be the LCM of the numerator and HCF of the denominator. And now you can easily calculate LCM of 27, 18 and 81. You will get 162, and you will easily calculate HCF of 25, 5 and 40. You will get 5. So the answer will be this. So in this concept, basically there are two types of problem. In one problem, you have to determine LCM of integer, but in other type, you may have to determine LCM of fraction. So these are the two types of problem which are based on the concept of the addition of two periodic signal. So this problem is already solved in the PDF file, which are uploaded in the name of tutorial 1. So you can go through LMS and download this PDF file where you will get this problem. Similarly, this is the type 1 problem of the periodic signal. And in next lecture, I will discuss some more problem based on the other concept of the periodic signal. How you will check, how you will determine the periodicity of any signal. The today lecture is completely based on the sum, or you can say the periodicity of the resultant signal. But in next lecture, I will take some more signals and I will discuss how you will determine time period of that signal and under what condition that signal can be a periodic signal.